I'm a parent of two young kids, and one of them is about to start kindergarten. As she heads towards this big milestone, there's one thing that we worry about more than anything else. It's not about her grades, making friends, or even liking her teachers. Our biggest fear is that she might have to deal with bullies. Other parents often tell me, "Don't worry, you're raising strong kids, she'll be fine, she'll tell you if she's being bullied." But like a lot of other parents, I can't shake the worry and the fear that she might become part of a horrible statistic one day. In the 2019-2020 school year, about 2 in 10 middle and high school kids reported being bullied. I know bullies have always existed, but it feels like it's becoming more common. And I figure there are plenty of nervous parents out there just like us wanting to know how they can help their kids by learning the warning signs of bullying. This video is for them as much as it is for me. So before I begin, I want to start by saying that there's no single indicator that can tell you with 100% certainty if your child is being bullied. But there are some warning signs to keep in mind. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Number 1, damaged or lost belongings. The first red flag to watch out for is if you notice that your child's things keep getting lost or damaged. For example, they might come home with ripped clothes, broken gadgets, or missing lunch money. All of these things can signal that someone is picking on them and messing with their things. Bullies love to target belongings for 2 reasons. 1, because it's an easy way to hurt someone without getting caught. 2, because damaging or stealing possessions is less obvious than physically hurting someone, but it still packs a punch. Broken or lost belongings alone won't necessarily signal that your child is being bullied, but if they're not willing to explain how they lost their things or broke something valuable, and suddenly they become overly protective of their things, then this may be cause for concern. Number 2, coming home with injuries or unexplained bruises. A major warning sign that a kid might be getting bullied is when they come home with injuries or unexplained bruises. If they suddenly start having cuts, scrapes, or bruises they can't really explain, it's worth paying attention. It's common knowledge that bullies like to use physical aggression to intimidate their victims. Bullies will often choose spots that's covered by clothes to make the injuries less noticeable. So if you notice that your child comes home with injuries often, and they're reluctant to change clothes in front of others, their behavior changes like being withdrawn or overly cautious, these are big red flags. Number 3, falling behind in school. A 2021 study found that average learning achievement scores were 2.7% lower in bullied children. Facing relentless bullying can take a toll on a child's mental health. So it's not surprising when they start to fall behind in school. Parents of bullied children often notice that their child who did well in school prior to being bullied start to underperform on academics when the bullying starts. If their grades suddenly drop, they're not turning in homework, or they seem disinterested in class, you might want to pay special attention. Bullying can make school feel like a nightmare, so it's no wonder kids might struggle academically when they're dealing with something like this. When a kid is being bullied, their focus shifts from learning to just trying to survive the school day. The constant stress and fear take up mental space, making it hard to concentrate on lessons or assignments. They might also be missing school more often because they're trying to avoid the bully, leading to even more missed work and falling further behind. Number 4, asking for money or stealing money to give to bullies. Forcing victims to cough up money is a quintessential bully move, straight out of How to Bully 101. It can be intimidating for a young child to be forced to choose between giving up their money or getting beaten up. So kids who are bullied into giving away their money can feel intense fear, anxiety, and helplessness. They might feel trapped in a cycle where they must keep finding ways to come up with more money. So at first, they might be able to hand over the money they get from their parents to keep the bully off their back. But bullies always want more. They're not satisfied with the $5. Tomorrow they want $10, and the next day they want $20. The bullied child might ask the parents for more money at first, but as the bully's demands get worse, the child might lie to their parents for money and eventually start stealing when they can't lie any further. Number 5. Bullying other children. You've probably heard the saying, bullied becomes the bully. One of the less obvious but very telling signs that a child might be getting bullied is if they start bullying other children. I know it might seem strange at first, but sometimes kids who are bullied turn around and pick on others as a way to cope with their own pain or to feel some sense of control. So in order to gain a sense of control or to fit in with a certain group, they might start mimicking the bully's behavior. They might think, well, if I can't beat them, I'll just join them. This can also be a way to deflect attention from themselves or to avoid being seen as weak. By bullying others, they might feel a temporary boost in their self-esteem or feel safer because they're no longer the direct target. Bullying isn't just kids being kids. It's a deep, painful wound that cuts into a child's soul, leaving scars that can last a lifetime. It's like throwing stones into a pond. The ripples of hurt and fear spread far beyond what we can see. If we don't step up and stop it, we're not just letting bullies win, we're letting our kids lose their chance at a happy, confident life. If you found this video helpful in some way, show us your support by subscribing to the channel and clicking the like button before you go. Your engagement with our content helps us get it out to more people, and there's a chance this video can be helpful to someone in need. As always, don't forget to spread loving kindness to all beings around you and be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.